document that's in front of the board this evening. Town of North Reading, fiscal year 2008 to 2012 capital improvement plan. This is a document that incorporates the requests put forth by both municipal and school department, primarily related to funding proposals that will be considered at the October town meeting. As part of that process, departments are required to annually update their 5-year plan, and you've received a detail from the departments as it pertains to their 5-year capital improvement requests. For the primary purpose in bringing this before the board this evening is there will be a number of capital proposals that will be considered in October. As you will recall, the town bylaws provide for financial matters to be considered in the spring. However, there's been a shift in priority to really consider our capital budget in the fall. And the reason for that is available funds in the form of free cash is generally not certified in the spring. As a matter of fact, there's generally no money available in the spring other than for items that we wish to bond or borrow. So by deferring capital requests until the fall, not only do you still have the ability to bond or borrow, but you also have the ability to use free cash. And so that's the reason why it's primarily become an October item. The total request that was submitted by all departments is $5,176,174. What I have done is met with each of the department heads, reviewed their capital proposal, discussed it with the finance director, and we've developed our priority ranking, which assigns a priority between 1, which would be high priority or highest priority, and 8, which would be lowest priority for each of the requests. Typically what we try to do is we try to identify health and safety items as being the #1 priority. The #2 priority would involve facilities that are deteriorated or there's a need to upgrade facilities. And priority #3 would deal primarily with deteriorated equipment. So health and safety would be #1, buildings and facilities would be #2, and equipment would be #3. In addition to that, we have priority 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and you received in your packet this evening, you received in your packet as part of this what the description of each of those priorities is. Just for clarification purposes, those haven't changed. Those are the same standards that had been developed under the last administration and put forth by the last finance director, and we retain those priorities going forward. The one issue that is I mentioned before about the fact that the town generally has free cash available in the fall. We are 8 weeks from town meeting, and it's not unusual at this point not to have our free cash certified. So we don't know the precise number that ultimately will be available to fund the capital budget. But that doesn't stop us from putting forth what we expect our priorities to be. We would anticipate that the town will have its free cash certified in ample time to be considered and approved at the October town meeting. There are no obstacles in the way that will prevent us from proceeding with certification. And that's an exercise, an accounting exercise that's done where the town puts together its balance sheet for the year ending on June 30th. And the result of that balance sheet is submitted to the Department of Revenue, who then ultimately approves and determines the amount of your free cash. Just for illustrative purposes, the town's free cash in the last 2 years has ranged between 1.1 million and 1.7 million. I don't expect that we would have $1.7 million available this year. That was the amount that was certified a year ago, and a good portion of that was due to the final payout on the Neswick account. So we do not have Neswick monies coming in here, and therefore I do not expect that the town will be at that amount going forward. The proposal that's before you does provide what we consider priorities. The item that we are still working on is the financing. It's easier to identify the proposals and assign a priority to them, but the difficult task from this point forward is identifying how we're going to pay for it. And that's always a challenge as we get into this budget process. Before I get into the financing issues, I'd be happy to entertain any questions about the priority that's here and explain any items on the requests.
And I have a few questions.
Certainly.
On the DPW Park Street Bridge, we all know what that issue is. Where did the number come from, and what does that do? It certainly doesn't replace the bridge.
No, it provides us with the necessary engineering expertise to put together a plan. So for fiscal year 2008, we would merely be looking at putting together a design plan. And then in fiscal year 2009, we would be back with the request for construction. So this
Which in what, to what amount of money?
$500,000 is the rough estimate.
To repair the bridge.
Replace.
And 20% is a cost of what?
We have to engineer. We have to put
So you're talking about creating a complete design?
Yeah, we have to have a design and a bid document that we need to put together. And that's what our goal is to put together that design document that allows us to solicit bids.
Does that include oversight for construction?
No, that does not.
Seems steep.
Sounds like a lot.
So I'll just go through my questions. I don't expect
We'll try our best to answer.
No, that's okay. The kids spot rehab, this is priority 2.
Right.
Why is it a priority 2, based on your?
Well, in my judgment, the photographs that were included in your plan indicates that the facility has deteriorated. There's areas where there are timbers that are out of line and unsafe. There are other locations where there's exposed concrete, which has worked its way along the areas where there have been areas that have been anchored. And from my perspective, there's a desire to resolve those issues. It also needs to be ADA compliant. So although there is ADA accessible equipment, there's no adequate means of access to get there. So the proposal in this case would make the facility ADA compliant. It would allow for the construction of a walkway. That walkway would be able to handle persons with disabilities, children with disabilities, and it would also provide us with the safety and platforms and level areas where this equipment could reside on. Right now, the areas aren't level.
Is it 60,000?
Yes,
That covers all that?
it covers everything.
On the town hall roof replacement, is this an estimate from
This is
roofers, or?
This is an estimate that the Public Works Department received from an architect. It implies that we will go forward and construct a flat roof on this facility, although I've indicated to DPW that I think the flat roof is not a good design solution for the building. I think something with a pitch on it would be appropriate.
My understanding was, I got involved in discussion, is that they're going to put a pitch on it, and not a pitch roof like this, but an elevated, something that they've done in a couple of buildings past.
This was like something that would prevent the water from climbing in.
Right.
Collecting.
Eliminate fine. The question of a pitch roof was the wall structure of this building wasn't designed so that you put a pitch roof forces
Goes to the walls, I think.
goes to the walls.
Right.
Uh,
Mr.
sorry, Phil, I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
I have a question. You know what, where does, the improvements to, Mary Prenny's office and the senior center fall in this?
It's right there, all the
Two.
upstairs office.
It's a two.
It's in two. That's the,
For the town building.
oh, the office space?
Yes.
Elder City office
Yes,
space,
we,
okay.
just so you know, last year, we were able to go down to a level three
Yeah.
and fund it, and, you know, if we're looking, going forward at something similar, that's kind of the breakdown as to where we are. So we go with that dollar.
I mean, I think that's a top priority, that's been languishing long enough, really has to be.
Priority three would get us to $1.7 million, and I can bring up some issues of how we intend to finance that once we get through the expense side.
Let me go on, the $100,000 technology, and I know tonight I raised the question about the server. I raised that for a very specific purpose too. One is that I absolutely think it's necessary that the Munis financial accounting system server be a separate server, not involved with anything else. Two is that a couple of years ago, in the technology budget, there was a server purchased. And I have asked a couple of times, not in the recent 2 or 3 months, if that server was online. And the answer to that, I think, was it was not. Now, if it wasn't, then there is a server. It was a fairly robust server that was bought. The intention of that server at the time was for it to, be one of the main file servers for the day-to-day activities. At the time, the accounting system was running on blocks, and it wasn't intended to be migrated because touching it was probably not the right thing to do. So I'd be interested in finding out whether or not that Windows server is ever put on
I can find that out.
and whether or not it's suitable. Because I guarantee you that Munis backs out minimum hardware requirements. And then I question $23,000 for a fire department server. Seems to be, if it's just hardware, it seems to be very, very high price. If it's more than just that, then I might understand the number. And I guess I would then ask, why would that be included in the technology budget, capital expenditures?
We could, however, I made a decision to show it separately because they're so severely lacking down in that department. The computer system right now is all individualized, so it would include 5 workstations and also a server to provide for the fire, EMS, and dispatch.
All right, well, you just answered my question.
Is the 20, I thought that the number included not only the server, but also, they're not network counting.
No, I understand.
No, it's not.
I'm in support of providing more there.
I know,
so-
I'm just saying, I
Okay.
think it's a higher number because they're talking about, wiring and networks as
Well,
well.
you answered the question. It's not one box.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing, okay.
Cost standard.
Yep, exactly. And I think, I don't know, it was Dave Nealon, I talked to you about the town hall generator preparation. I was saying, we're taking the generator from the old generator